Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me. So we're just gonna hang out, we're gonna do some skincare, we're gonna do some makeup, and we're just gonna chat. So if you're looking forward to the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That's gonna help more people to see it too. And let's just jump right into it. I blew out my hair for the first time in ages. I've pretty much been letting my hair air dry all summer. I feel very fancy having it all smoothed out now. We're gonna start with some skincare today because I have a new skincare product to try out with you guys that I'm actually really excited to try. But before we get to that, I'm gonna just do my regular little lineup here. So I'm gonna start with the Origin Red Salicylic Acid Toner. I focus this down here on my jaw where I've been really struggling with some hormonal acne lately. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Essential Mugwort Calming Ampoule. Next, I'm gonna go in with my serum that I've been using every day. This is the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. Merit sent this to me in a package a few weeks ago. I tried it out with you guys for the first time in a video, and I've been using it ever since. I've been really liking it. I find it goes really nicely underneath makeup and it makes my skin so soft. Like some days, if I'm not putting makeup on, I'll just do the toner, the ampoule, and then this serum and not even put a moisturizer on top, and my skin just feels so soft. Because it has oil in it, I feel like it's a thick enough consistency to where it actually lock in the ingredients of my other skincare and hydrate my skin well enough just on its own. So yeah, so far so good with this guy here. The only thing I would say is that even though this packaging is so beautiful, I don't know if I got a defective one or if all of the pumps are like this, but it's really hard to pump the product out without making a huge mess. I feel like it would do better in a dropper with the consistency of it. So yeah, it is a little bit messy because of the pump, but besides that, the product itself and like the way that it looks on my desk is just 10 out of 10. So the new skincare product that we're gonna try out today is also from Merit. They are coming out with their first moisturizer. So this is their Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. It's made to pair with the Great Skin Serum or to be used on its own. It has oat extract and glycerin to help soothe and moisturize skin, hyaluronic acid for deep hydration, a biomimetic emulsifier for a blurred cashmere-like finish, and is pH balanced for a healthy skin barrier. When I saw pictures of it online, I wondered if it was going to be glass like the serum and that the white color here was the actual moisturizer inside, but it's not. It's a plastic bottle. So it's actually very lightweight, especially compared to the serum. So good for travel or bringing around in your makeup bag. It also has a pump. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you guys know I'm obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream as my daily moisturizer, and especially as my priming moisturizer for underneath my foundation. I've been hyping this product up online for years. It is my ultimate skin hack to make your foundation and the rest of your makeup just looks so good and be absolutely foolproof. So because I've been using this for so many years, I don't try out many other daytime moisturizers. So I'm looking forward to giving this a go and seeing how I feel about it compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm quite sure it's gonna be a more affordable product. Let me look up the price. And it looks like it's launching on August 22nd. They're actually gonna launch it in a set. So you can pick up the serum, the moisturizer, the Merit Complexion Stick, and the Merit Foundation Brush. You guys know I love the Merit Complexion Stick as like a really nice, lightweight, everyday foundation type product. And if you get all of them together, you get a 10% discount. I'm gonna have everything I talked about linked in the description box down below, including my link to the Merit website if you guys wanna do any shopping. But let's go ahead and just try this out. It says to massage 1 to 2 pumps onto skin after applying the Great Skin Serum. So I did use the serum, and let's do 2 pumps. It doesn't have a scent. Well, it does have a scent. It smells I don't know, very natural, very clean beauty. A lot of times clean beauty products can smell like waxy, kind of like crayons. This does not. Okay, so right off the bat, the consistency is very different than what I was expecting. It feels so soft and so smoothing. I can absolutely see how this would be a good base for makeup. Even though the product itself was a little bit of a thinner consistency when I pumped it out of the bottle, the feel of it is quite rich. If you have dry skin, I think this would definitely be hydrating enough for you. Yeah, it feels so buttery smooth. My skin feels like incredible. I feel like 2 pumps was almost too much. Like maybe I could have gotten away with 1 or 1.5. So I'm just gonna make sure I bring some of that down my neck onto my chest just so that there isn't too much of it kind of sitting on top of my skin. And you can see it did give my skin a really beautiful natural glow, which is lovely. You guys know I love to build up my glow from underneath, so that's perfect for that. I'll definitely continue to try this guy out and give you guys an update in a future video. I think I might actually give that a few minutes just to sink into the skin. So I'll start my makeup with my eyes today. So I'm just gonna go in really quickly with the Laura Mercier eye base. And I've been using the same couple of eyeshadow palettes all summer, so let's reach for one of my other ones that I haven't used in ages. I've been wanting to use this guy. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Primrose palette. It's got these really pretty like rosy and golden tones inside. So I think I'm gonna use this guy today. And I'm just gonna start with this color right here. It's called Mango, a really pretty peachy tone. And I think I'll wash that all over the lid. I do have some more new makeup to try out with you guys. I've been doing a little bit of shopping. I hauled everything in my most recent vlog. So if you wanna see everything that I've been buying lately, I talked about it all in this video right here. Yeah, I'm gonna try some of that new stuff today as well. But yeah, you guys, how's your summer been going? I feel like I am just absolutely loving this summer. Summer is by far my favorite season. I love the warm weather. When it gets really hot, like 30+ degrees, I am living my best life. One of my goals for this summer was just to make it outside as much as possible, to really make the extra effort to get out of the house on the beautiful hot sunny days. So I've definitely been spending a lot of time with my blanket and my book in the park. I've been going for a few extra coffee walks in the morning, just trying to get out and really enjoy the summer while it's here. I've been seeing people talk about how fall is upon us, but honestly, at least where I live anyways, that's not really the case. The last few Septembers have all been extremely hot and very summery. So here where I am, we don't really get fall until October. So we have plenty of time. Okay, next, I'm gonna take this shimmery pink shade on the bottom corner here. I think just on my finger, honestly. And I'm gonna add that right over top, but focus it on the lid instead of blending it all up and out like I did with that creamsicle type shade. I feel like that's the perfect descriptor for that mango color is creamsicle. Does ABH still launch new palettes? I never see anyone talking about them anymore. They truly had their heyday on YouTube. There were a few years there where they were the it eyeshadow brand and they were coming out with palettes left, right, and center, and all of them would blow up and get huge. And now I just feel like it's not really like that anymore. I only ever see them launching palettes around Christmas time, so maybe they're just doing like a yearly palette launch, which I feel like makes more sense. People aren't really that into eyeshadow anymore. Okay, one of my favorite colors in this palette is this one right here. It's called Claret, and it's a beautiful red toned berry color. I use it almost every time I use this palette because it's just so stunning. I'm gonna take it on this little Real Techniques like smudger brush and just smudge it into my lash line all the way across. Such a pretty color, oh my gosh. Yeah, so summer's always my busy season with work. It's wedding season, which means that Will and I don't always get to take a lot of time off at this time of year. We do a lot of our traveling in the winter time, but we do have a trip planned at the end of this month, actually at the end of this week. I can't believe it's already halfway through August. It's crazy. We're going to Vancouver, which I'm so excited about. So this Saturday, I'm working in the morning. Actually, I have a wedding. And then Saturday evening, I'm gonna get on a plane and fly to Regina, which is where my mom lives. And I'm gonna spend a few days there with her. And then I'm gonna get on another plane and fly from Regina to Vancouver. And Will's gonna fly from Toronto to Vancouver. And we're gonna meet there and have a little summer vacation in Vancouver, which I'm so excited about. Will and I go to Vancouver most years. We actually met there. We were both living there in 2010. I think we actually met in 2009, the year before. We were roommates. And yeah, we started dating in 2010. And when Will finished the program that he was doing for school, he moved home to Toronto, and I transferred my university credits from BC to the University of Toronto, and I ended up moving out here as well. And I'm so happy I did. I love it here, but we also have so much love for Vancouver. It is definitely one of my favorite places in the entire world. When I was living there, my mom had purchased a condo, and so she still owns that. And so that's where Will and I will stay. It's where we always stay when we go. It's right by the beach in the best neighborhood in Vancouver, Kitsilano. And yeah, I'm just so excited to go. We're gonna hit up all of our favorite spots. We have so many favorite restaurants and coffee shops and stores. We always go to the Vancouver Art Gallery when we're there. I was saying to Will, I want to look up some new things to do this time, because every year when we go, we do all the same things, which don't get me wrong, I love. And I still want to do all of those things while we're there, but I feel like I want to explore a little bit too, and maybe check out some new, maybe like hiking trails or new restaurants, new neighborhoods, just like explore the city a little bit more than we usually do. It's definitely like a second home for us. At one time it was our home, so it just feels really cozy and comfortable, and yeah, I can't wait. I had been looking at my schedule like a month or two ago and seen that I had this gap in my schedule where there was one weekend that I didn't have any weddings booked. And it was just like the perfect amount of time for us to do this little trip. So yeah, I can't wait. Okay, I just attempted to do my eyeliner with this Fenty Fly Liner, Longwear Liquid Liner in Big Truffle. I haven't used this in so long. There was a minute there where I was doing my eyeliner with this every single time I did eyeliner, but I'm just not a liquid liner girly. I much prefer a gel or a powder or a pencil. I just struggle with this so much. I think when I do my liner, I just like to have a really light hand, and when you use a liquid liner, especially a felt tip, you really need to push down and be very confident and just go for it. Things are looking a bit uneven here, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my micellar water and just clean those up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to fix that a bit more with concealer when we get to the concealer portion of the video, so let's just ignore that for now. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of mascara. I've been trying out the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara recently. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm trying to think about what else I've been getting up to this summer. Summertime is just really a time for me to like buckle down and focus on work, and this year my focus has really been my routine. I function best when I'm in a really steady, solid routine, and it makes me feel very happy and self-satisfied when I'm following my routine. So it's just really what I've been focusing on. On the weekends, Will and I have been prioritizing seeing our friends. So we've been doing lots of park hangs and backyard hangs, and there's a new baby in our life, so we've been trying to see him every week, and yeah, it's just been a really nice, chill summer. We've been talking about whether we want to do another work trip this upcoming winter. Last winter, we did Mexico City for a month, and it definitely had its lows. If you guys were watching the videos at the time, I definitely shared a lot of my feelings at the time, but we had some really great times on that trip as well. I really loved the time that I spent with my mom when she came out, and Will and I as well had some great experiences too. It was just, I don't know, we had really high expectations that kind of fell short in certain areas. But we've done so many successful work trips before that one that it's definitely not something that we want to give up on. If you guys are new here, or you don't know, in the wintertime, because I do mostly event style makeup, there isn't a lot going on in terms of me needing to be in the city where I'm actually going out and doing appointments for clients. A lot of my work in the winter months is on building up my brand and booking jobs for the upcoming year or even the year after. So it's a lot of marketing, advertising, working on my brand, a lot of emailing back and forth, a lot of admin. So I don't need to be in one place in order to do all of those things. And my husband works fully remote. So we have the opportunity to be able to travel and do our jobs from other places in the world. So in the past, we've done work trips to Thailand, Vancouver, Mexico City. We did the west coast of Mexico for 2 weeks one year. We used to be able to go literally anywhere in the world to do our work trips because Will and I were both freelance. We both set our own schedules, but Will now works for a company. He's no longer his own boss, which means he needs to be in a time zone where he can be accessible to the people that he works with and not have to like wake up at crazy times of the night to take his meetings and stuff. So it kind of limits where we can travel to, which is one of the reasons why I feel like we're having a harder time deciding where we want to go, because it has to be either the Eastern time zone, the Pacific time zone, or somewhere in between, which kind of gives us North America and South America as places to work with. And we've been researching different places to go, mostly in South America, but nothing has really called out to us so far. We also looked at a few places in the States, but the American dollar is just so high compared to the Canadian dollar that it's expensive, and we still have our home and our bills to pay in Toronto. So we try to go to places that are potentially a little bit more affordable. But yeah, we do want to go away somewhere again this winter to do a work trip. We just haven't figured out where yet. So I just put on the Merit complexion sticks. I have mine in 2 shades, camel and cream. One is usually too dark and one is too light, so I will often just mix them depending on how much of a tan I have. They are definitely a creamy consistency, so they're a little bit thicker than the liquid foundations that I usually use. And what I just noticed about putting these on over top of the Great Skin moisturizer was that they blended into the skin so easily. Not that it's normally difficult, but just compared to how they normally blend in, I felt like it was so easy to just blend it right into the skin. One thing that I love about these is that they just look like your skin, but they do give a really good amount of coverage. I think I mentioned it already in this video, but I've been breaking out on my chin and jaw a lot over the last few months. So even though I don't have a ton of active breakouts down there right now, I do have a lot of discoloration and like scarring and hyperpigmentation, and just this product on its own has done a great job of covering that up. And everywhere else on my skin, it just looks like skin. I actually haven't used this in so long. I'm kind of just remembering like how much I used to love it. I literally wore this at my bridal shower last year when it was like 40 degrees and we were hanging out outside. So yeah, I would say this definitely works really well as a base for underneath makeup in terms of being able to blend the product really beautifully over top of it. The glow is still really showing through from underneath, which is something I love. So yeah, I'm really thinking that this is going to be a great addition to my skincare routine. It's just, in order for me to like actually want to use a product that isn't the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, I feel like takes something pretty amazing. So far, yeah, so great. I'm gonna go ahead with some concealer. I've been using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer this summer, and I'm gonna use this to try and clean up my eyeliner, especially over here where it's looking quite janky. And then just to build up a little bit of extra coverage on these areas where I feel like I could use it. Even when I use a super full coverage foundation and it totally blanks out my scarring and pigmentation from my acne, I still go over top with a concealer just for like that peace of mind that things are gonna stay covered. If any of you guys have worked remote from any places that you loved and would recommend, please leave me a comment down below. Will and I are a little bit bougie. Some of the places that people have recommended to us have been a little bit rustic. We prefer a big city vibe with lots of amenities and fun things to do, or potentially a beach vibe. But because we're going to be staying there for a while, it needs to be comfortable. So friendly locals, potentially a tourism industry so that people are used to foreigners. There's some English because Will and I don't speak any other languages, so it can be difficult if we're traveling in places or trying to live somewhere where nobody speaks the same language. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, any places you've loved, please let me know. Okay, I definitely got this wing look. Okay, I literally just had to take a break and fix my memory card because it filled up. So that means I've been talking way too much and that this video is going to be way too long. So I'm going to stop blabbering and we'll focus on the makeup for a little bit, which usually helps move things along. So I'm just still blending in my concealer here. I think the memory card cut off when I was saying that I definitely feel like I fixed up this eyeliner to a point where it's acceptable. All right, so I feel like my skin looks so beautiful. Look at that. Really nice coverage, very natural, lots of glow, stunning. I definitely need to set it with powder because we're very glowy, guys. And I typically tend to get oily and it's hot out, it's summer, so we need to set with a little bit of powder. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder here, of course. This is another product where it would take something very miraculous for me to actually make the switch. Same as with the Magic Cream. I've been using and repurchasing this powder for years and years and years and years. And I have tried others that just haven't managed to take its place. Oh, yes. My base looks so good, you guys. I have a new product to try. New but old. Hoola from Benefit. Their cult classic iconic bronzer. This is a product that I've used myself in the past and that many people love as like their #1 go-to bronzing product, and I've really been struggling. With my bronzer. I haven't been able to find a shade that works for my skin tone, and I've been trying quite a few. The most recent one I had that I liked was the Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer, the one that came in like the big gold clamshell packaging. So I could just buy that again, but I like trying out new products. So I've just been testing different ones. I've tried 2 from Hourglass and 1 from Makeup by Mario, and they just haven't been it for me. So I thought I would just go back to an oldie but a goodie. So let's see how this goes. This is a matte bronzer, which I do prefer. As I mentioned, I like to build up the glow in my skin from underneath, so I don't like to have too many glowy face products. I mean, of course I love a highlighter, but I definitely want my bronzer to be matte so that I can add the glow more intentionally. Okay, so far, this is a big yes. Look at that. You can trust the cult favorites. You truly can. I feel like it's blending out really nicely, which I was kind of worried about. I feel like with matte products and like older products that have been on the market for a long time, the blendability isn't always there, but this is blending really nicely. And the shade is not too warm to where it's like orangey or reddy, but not cool toned like a contour either. Like it's definitely a bronzer. I do just love something like this that's more neutral. I'd say the undertone is definitely more on the red side than the orange side, but it doesn't come off red on my skin like the Makeup by Mario one did. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, okay, we did it. We found one. Look at how that just cut my face. Stunning, stunning, guys. I'm so happy. I trusted the classic and it came through. Very happy with that. They also cut the size of the packaging in half. If you guys remember, this used to come in like a big bulky box, so it's so nice that it's coming in the thinner packaging now. And this cardboard packaging is just so unique and lightweight, and yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. I actually had a client recommending the Benefit blushes to me recently, saying she loved them, so maybe I'll check out some of the Benefit blushes, although I really don't need to buy any blushes. I have so many, and when will I ever use them up? I feel like I'll use up like one every 10 years, so I do not need to buy any more, but I am curious. Okay, let me take this down. Now that we're kind of done with the perimeters of the face. And let's go ahead and fill in these brows. I'm turning into a little Benefit girly here. I recently picked up this Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in the color 3.75. And I love it mostly for the color. It's really hard to find a warmer brown brow pencil that's not like ready, and I just love the color of this. It's perfect for me. It's a little bit more on the warmer side without looking fake and artificial. So lately I've been filling my brows in with the pencil and then going in with a tinted brow gel on top. I've been using the Glossier Boy Brow just because that's what I had and I wanted to use it up, but it's definitely used up, and it is one of those cooler toned brown products that I mentioned. Most of the ones on the market are. So I also went ahead and picked up a tinted brow gel from Benefit. This is the Gimme Brow in the same shade, 3.75, warm medium brown. I'm hoping that the shade of this is the same as the brow pencil because I just love it. If I remember correctly, this Gimme Brow has little fibers in it to help the brows kind of thicken up a bit. Yeah, there's definitely little fibers in here, so if you guys don't like that, then beware. But if you want to help thicken your brows, the fibers are really great for that. They add a lot of texture and thickness and fullness to the brow hairs, so that's definitely something that I like. It's a little messy, I think just because the product is so fresh. I've never been someone who does their brows first and then their base makeup afterwards, but lately I've been feeling like maybe I want to give that a go just so that I can clean up with my foundation and my concealer if my brow products kind of make a little bit of a mess. Here we go, brows are on. I honestly am so happy that I discovered this shade and that I discovered these products. I don't have anything on my lower lash line at the moment and I'm kind of digging it. I always feel like in person, when I look at myself in person, like in the mirror, I like the way that it looks with nothing underneath there, but then when I watch back my videos or I look at pictures of myself when I don't put anything on the lower lash line, I end up regretting it. But I don't know, just something about the way that my eye makeup looks right now. I want to keep it clean under there, so I think I'm going to. I will add a little bit of highlight just right to the very inner corner here. Just the first one I grabbed is this little palette that I have from Dior. I'm just going to toss a little bit of that into the inner corner. And that'll be the eyes finished. Let's do some blush. All summer I have been obsessed with this Stockholm cream blush from Merit. It's this really beautiful, cool toned, just bright pop of pink. I've been loving this. But recently when I was getting ready for work, I went with like a warmer, more peachy toned blush and I was really digging it. And I think because my eyes are a little warmer, a little bit peachier, a little bit more of that creamsicle vibe, I'm gonna go with more of an orangey toned blush. So I'm gonna pull out this guy right here. This is a Rare Beauty blush. This is the Melting blush in the color Nearly Apricot. Every time I pull this out, I just die over the packaging. It's so stinking cute. My mom mentioned once that it was like a little Polly Pocket, and that's all I can ever think about when I open it now. It's just so cute. So I've been loving this little e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator Brush to apply my cream blushes lately. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this on here and just tap it onto the cheek. I've been keeping my blush mostly on the apples, kind of higher up on my face, and then just lightly blending it back in with my bronzer. And then I do want to set that with a little bit of a powder blush as well. So I'm gonna use Ecstasy from Charlotte Tilbury, which is another really peachy pink tone. And that's just gonna really help the color pop and help my blush stay in place. Because blush is really one of the first things to go as your makeup starts to fade. And then I'm just gonna pull this Dior highlight back out and use this a little bit to add some glow back into my skin, because we're looking very matte now, but this way I can be in control of how glowy we are. And then I did pick up a new lip product as well in my recent Sephora order. This is the Say Glossy Bounce Hydrating Lip Oil. So I did actually try this on in my vlog, so you guys can go and see it there on the lips. It looks dark and scary, but it doesn't come off as dark as it is in the packaging. But I just don't think that this color really goes with the vibe of the look that I'm wearing right now. So what I'm gonna do instead is just take my Charlotte Tilbury Pink Venus lip liner and line my lips. This is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. It's kind of a sleeper. I feel like a lot of people don't love lip liner this pink, but I surely do. And it's like the exact same color as that Ecstasy blush that I used just before. They go together so well. And then for my lips, maybe actually I'll use one of these new lipsticks that I got from Merit. A lot of Merit in this video, but they've been so generous with me lately. So I have a lot of these Merit lipsticks now. I actually put a video up on Instagram swatching them all on my lips. So if you guys want to see all the shades that I have and how they actually look on, you can pop over there to check that out. But I think today I'm either going to use Antipodes or Maison. They're both peachy toned nudes. So this is Antipodes here. I'm so bad at swatching. That's what that looks like. This is Maison, which actually looking at it now, it doesn't look as peachy as it was in my memory. Yeah, no, it's not. More rosy toned. I feel like that would look nice though. This one is more like monochromatic with the rest of my look, like more of that warm tone peachy look. But I feel like this one might actually look nice. So let me just actually go right ahead with this one, Maison. Kind of brought out the more pink tones in the blush rather than the peachy, and like in the eye look too. And there we have it, you guys. There is the finished makeup look. I love it. This is just so me. It's like the perfect amount of color to be flattering but not over the top. It's fun, it's shimmery. Yeah, I love it. And I feel like my base looks so good. I'm really, really happy with the way that my base products went on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. I just wanted to sit down and have a little chat and have a little hang and play with a little bit of makeup together. So if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can leave me a comment down below so that I know you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.